What is up, ladies and gents? It's Douglas here. Welcome to the episode number 6 of our podcast, of our stream. Holy crap, I did a mistake. Hold on. So yeah, previously I had an issue with, first of all, long story short, I just didn't notice that I had this disguise item. It helps me to be a wolf, you know. So I thought I bugged a quest line. And I thought I could never fix this thing, and I was about to write a ticket to the guild, to the game maker or GM, whatever it means. But yeah, now it's all good. Because I'm pretty much, I got 3 mini chain quests away. Holding me from getting the achievement. I'm doing something wrong. I can see it right away. You're no good, you're no good. Let's check it out quickly if I... Hey, brother. Betrayers. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, if I recall correctly, there must be a big bad wolf in this region, walking around like a boss. I reckon he's walking around. There he is. Come here, fool. Little boy. Okay, good. I'm still learning how to play with a mouse. To use, you know, those 7 buttons that I have on the sides of my Naga. Feels better every time I use it, you know. Definitely is gonna help to be more efficient in using all the spells, being fast enough and all that stuff. My goal right now is to reach level 80. From there I will wrap it up and continue drilling my skills in Fortnite. This game is way too freaking amazing not to do this thing. And by the way, when you queue into the dungeon as a tank and DPS, dang, many times the queue lasts less than 45 seconds. Which is very good and helpful for faster leveling. Hey now. That's exactly what I told you. It didn't even... Not even 20 seconds passed and I get the invitation to the dungeon. It's a big difference. I did complete this dungeon today, so I won't have any quests. Wait, I want to be... to respect, otherwise we're gonna keep on wiping in every second. Hey now. Yeah, Blood is fun to play, to be honest. It's quite a good tank spec. So, out of all my classes that can tank, meaning I have Druid, Paladin and Monk, DK is the first one where I actually, you know, decided to tank. So I still haven't done this thing even once on my Paladin, which I should because I got over 10 million health. And yeah, I got quite a decent gear. Should be able to do mythics on a high level. When I say high level, mostly I mean, of course, mythics some of 15, 16, maybe even 17. Let's just take a risk and just pull the old trash. I will use all my defensive abilities, pop them all out, and smash it. Yeah, we have a good guild. We're gonna out-heal everything. No wipe's gonna happen. Wait. Let me choke this motherfucker. Good. Clean work. Clean work, easy work. Yeah, man. Damn, I'm getting stunned way too much. Right. Okay, good. Reduce the sound effect because it's way too fucking loud. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good to hear, good to go. I heard some information about the Avengers Infinity War from this little like press release that they had somewhere in Brazil, I think, if I recall correctly. For like over 15 minutes they showed like a little sneak peek from the movie. So pretty much the feedback is, well, not surprisingly, is very good. But these were obviously very hardcore fans of the Marvels, so for them, I wouldn't go as far as to say that anything is good. But after all, they're hardcore fans, so they support this franchise and everything that stands behind it. So how subjective this feedback can be taken or used or whatever, that's the question. But still, regardless of anything, it's still a good thing to hear, and let's see, you know. Because it's pretty much a culmination of 10 years of waiting, you know. The Thanos is finally gonna fight with the Avengers, and yeah, I cannot wait to get a ticket. It's quite close. They're gonna show it less than in a couple of weeks or something, so it's gonna be huge. Huge. Someone is watching on Twitch. Hello there. How are you doing, man? Doing fine. Welcome to the channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask anything. Easy money.
Invaders have breached the defenses!
Should have used my protection abilities and I still died. Come on. And I forgot to make some swiftness potions on my druid and send them over to my Death Knight. That sucks. We'll have to run for a bit of a long distance. I think it will take us at least, usually takes at least 15 or 20 minutes to complete the dungeon. And not more than 20. And yeah, I used to think it would take at least 30 minutes for this thing to be done, but it's actually faster. It's actually faster. I wonder for how long do I play? 1 day, 2 hours, so it's all like 26 hours. So in 26 hours from level 55 I went to level... Well, in 29 hours I will be level... All in all, in 29 hours I will be level 80. So, to break it down in days, it still pretty much will take you a week to get from level 1 to 110. If you play often, and from 55 to 110 it's gonna be less than that. Of course, if you do it the right way and you prepare yourself and you get all the right items and whatever else, then you can do it much faster, much quicker. And obviously having heirlooms is always a good help. Come on, kids. I guess I was wrong when I was claiming that we won't have any wipes, because that is not the case so far. By the way, it's strange that there are no rogues right now here. In this dungeon you can find closer to the end these orc rogues, they just kind of stab you and sap you unexpectedly. Good one. We'll reach level 77 enough, soon enough. 3 levels to go. 77, 78, 79, 80. It's actually 4 levels, but okay. Oh, nice. I didn't have it before. Always a nice thing to get, you know, good item for a transmog. And when it comes to transmog, I highly suggest and recommend to everyone trying to gather as many items as you can, you know, because you never know at the end of the day what kind of a item you might need and what kind of a set you will have eventually. For example, you might have a set in Battle for the Azeroth for which an item that drops, for example, from a dungeon in the outland like this one would be actually very perfect in combination with the sets of the newest expansion. You just never know these things, you know. It's just helpful and useful to be just cautious and kind of just having a bit of a bigger collection than anyone else. Ooh, another one. Wait, I think he was running from the behind all the way, because he's not a light mob, he's just a simple one. And how the hell there was a rogue standing, we didn't aggro him on our way to the boss. That's kind of unusual. Good one. Oh, I have some mail from the auction house. Okay, let me check then. Collections, toy box. What's the name of a mailbox that engineers can make? Fuck's sake, I always forget the name. Not here. That's a selfie. No. Okay, I'll just Google. Moldy, right. Fucking hell. Did I sell something? No, I just came back. Fuck you. It's bullshit. Well, first of all, I got the quest done. That's a great thing. Because I thought it was bugged, which wasn't the case, thank God. I should have guessed it, because Blizzard is obviously smart enough not to allow those things to happen. And if it was a bug, which was created like 10 years ago, then of course they would have fixed that thing by now. They would have fixed that thing by now, definitely.
I don't have a target.
Damn, this cave will send me all across this zone. Once again. Another one.
It's too far away.
Just wrote the guys in the group to keep an eye on the quest, because I don't want to run back later on, because it's easy to miss a mob right now and then we will have to run back. Because I got these quests done by now, so I don't want to repeat this thing anything. I don't want to keep on running back and wasting time. Of course, if this will have to happen, then of course I help. But I'd rather not make us any mistakes. Wait, let me pull everyone together. It's the coolest spell there is, man. I die. I will die. It's way too big of a pull. I'm okay, surprisingly. Wrecked.
I need a target.
Yeah, I gotta take it easy with the pulls, especially in the dungeons where you can get feared into the trash nearby. Yeah, it's kind of fun to play as a tank. I like this thing. Can't believe that I played in Vanilla the Burning Crusade, a bit of a Wrath of the Lich King, now Legion, and I never played as a tank. Insane. Maybe I tried once in Dead Mines as level 16 something, but I don't know. Whenever you kill this boss, never forget to click this item here, this whatever it is. piano, let's go this way. Why not? Who cares? Otherwise you will have to run back. And in your chat you should see you hear a faint echo. Ooh, fail iron. I love this thing. I like how it looks. Like so. Kinda interesting. In case you want to unlock this flying mount that you can get from this camp, it looks like this night elf from the Alliance side kind of racial mount. Then this dungeon is the right place for you. If you do it on your main level 110, I don't know how many times, 20, 25 maybe? You can do it in one day. Not too hard really. Then you will get all the necessary reputation meeting the exalted level, which will allow you to get the mount and just, you know, carry on. I know that pretty much you can get the same version of the mount, but white colored in Northrend, which I really want to get. It's good to play as a tank. I like this thing. Now the guildmate gets a legendary. But by the way, one of my friends said that, you know, just recently Blizzard finally announced the release date, you know, the real release date of the Battle for the Azeroth. And he said that they won't make it because it's too quick, because the beta version is like all like fucked up and it's not ready to go actually. So I wonder if they're kind of just crossing the line and pushing it to the limit, and how successful they will be in delivering this thing, you know. I recall that they should be, because they have the money, they have the team, and if you have done all the steps right and you will keep on doing the right things, then you have the time. You have all the time in the world you need to get this thing going correctly, so I hope that is the case. Oh, by the way, I do like having different transmogs and all that stuff and having different sets, but I never thought about, for example, having a full sets from the dungeons. So that is something where I have to dip my toes and do a little research and figure out what kind of a set can I get from the dungeon. Because these sets are cool. They look like, for example, this is the Paladin's version of tier 2, but just a different color, which is kind of cool to have on either a Warrior or the DK or the Paladin. So yeah, you want to get those sets. And the cool thing about them is that you can farm them many times. If, for example, you want to get this helmet and you don't get it from the first run, you can get it on the second. If you don't, on a third, on a fifth, on a 20th, you can do it many times without any limitations. Guys, why nobody clicked the item on second boss? Jesus. By the way, maybe that's a good thing that we didn't click this thing, because I was a noob. We didn't look at the minimap. There's something that I go for myself that I need to get before we leave this place. By the way, the team that I play in right now is very good because they actually wait for the tank to pull, you know. I hate those fucking disrespectful idiots who just don't give a toss and they just keep on pulling, because previously I had a team where there was a retard warrior. He kept on pulling everyone. A couple of times he didn't do anything. He charged in and I just let him wipe, and then I would kill the mobs, you know. I don't mind. Though I'm not perfect myself, sometimes I do the same thing as DPS, so, you know, a lesson learned. Don't do something to someone that you wouldn't want to be done to you as well, so. Holy shit. But I still don't have the ruin on my weapon. Oh. grenades. We gotta break those. We need to break Naga Distiller, or we will wipe. Well played. By the way, I do remember this boss wearing Hunter's tier 1 shoulders. Always kind of look bizarre. Mass resurrection is coming. I was thinking about the Death Knights and Demon Hunters, and I kind of realized that they we got the Death Knights in the game at the right moment, exactly at the Wrath of the Lich King expansion with the Arthas, the Lich King, the Frost and all that stuff. But they should have, to be honest, added Demon Hunters at the Burning Crusade. That would have made all the sense in the world, to be honest. They kind of just played their cards over again and made the sense on a second time, but it would have worked in the first one as well. Healer. Come on, healer. I used to have a Tauren warrior, by the way. Sorry, Tauren warrior. I still have. I used to have Tauren DK, but my friend wanted to level with me, so he wanted me to start with him at the leveling at the starting leveling zone of the DKs. But my DK already went for this leveling zone, and I was level 60, so he would have been level 55. I would be 60, so we couldn't level right away together. So for him, I deleted my Tauren and created this Orc. Because he went for the Orc as well, and then he bounced away. He was like, "Oh mate, I can't take this thing, it's too much pressure, it's gonna be so tough to level." He just bounced away like a little bitch, you know. Now I'm kinda left alone. Holy shit, heal, please, please, please. Ooh, nice boots. How come the eye level is so much higher, but the stats are actually worse? Makes no sense, boy.
I need to target something first.
By the way, a pro tip to Blizzard: imagine if you would have been a Frost DK, your eyes would be blue. You would be Blood DK, your eyes would be red. You would be Unholy DK, your eyes would be green. Hey, not a bad idea, huh? Yeah? Write this down, boys. Spread the message. Well, we do have Demon Hunters with green eyes, I guess. You can do it that way, that you will add another, you know, whatever class race into the game with the red eyes. Then you will have what I said pretty much. Just organized slightly in a different fashion, boys. Nice. I have so many cards, by the way. I don't know if I have already at least one of each, so I can create a set or something. Let me ask the chat. Wait, which items do you get from here? I want to get the sword. Looks cool. And yeah, once again I will say this thing in case you were ever wondering how Blood Elf Druid looks like. That is your answer. Looks like shit pretty much. Nice. Get the boots, man. Which means my chances of getting a sword from the last boss just got 10 times smaller. That's okay. It is what it is, right? I have a guildmate with Adelburn nickname, Adelburn. And whenever he says something like goodnight or something high, I usually, not always, but usually reply with, like, for example, if he says goodnight, the Adelburn says goodnight, I say goodnight Adele, huge fan. Call him Adele, you know. Turn the tables. Damn, these days my bags are getting full so fast. It's just fucking insane, man. Crazy shit, I'm telling you. Close enough to start a war. All that I No, I'm dying. I'm dead. Oops. Oh, you gotta run. I wanted to use my belt, you know, this rocket boost, but I can't because it's red. And apparently when the item is red, you cannot use this thing at all. Even the buff is taken away. That sucks. That's not good. Well, we got 2 bosses left. So we're gonna end in 7-8 minutes, I think. Holy shit, I'm getting wrecked, son. That these potions, they don't share the cooldown. There is a specific potion that you can use only in this dungeon and raid, you know, that belongs to this thing. Come on, heal. Okay, final boss, there we go. Let's smash him and bounce. Once again, the sword drops. Which you want to get. The question is if I will. Oops. I forgot about this one, but you know, it's kind of reasonable. It's hard to take this boss seriously now, because it's a fucking flower after all that walks. Give me a fucking break. Die, sucker. Close enough to start a war. War of Warcraft is on the floor. Bone Storm. Wait, let me check this helmet. Yeah, it looks cool, by the way. I still remember this design, yeah. Looks nice. Looks clean. I love this ability that pulls everyone together. That's kind of cool. For a tank, it's a very good one. Kind of makes your job kind of much cleaner than anything you can imagine. Just organizes everything, like puts them all together, you wreck them. Job done. Easy money. Close enough to start a war. I think I can mount up in this one. Ooh, that's how I would look as a human. Finally, we have a dungeon with a quest.
Haven't we done this before?
Many deals for a friend, lucky do's and rope.
Lucky dudes and rope. Ooh, I can use this helmet. Nice.
Moonstorm!
Bones.
May your feet find good trails.
I like those dungeons, raids, whatever, like in alternate, like timeline, you know. I didn't like this Siege of Orgrimmar. It's a bit too complicated. It's like some kind of a dream in a parallel universe, nightmare. Something is going on, teleportations here and there, corruption, darkness, bullshit. I'd say. This one is cool.
I have many lucky do's you like. Good fortune to our friends.
We meet again. Hi.
By the way, I thought Chromia was a new thingy from
I have many,
Legion,
many
but from what I understand, that is not the case. She was before in the game, so.
Glad you could make it, Uther. Watch your tone with me, boy. You may be the prince, but I'm still your superior
Farewell,
as a
friend
paladin.
of the Grummels.
As if I could forget. Listen,
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels.
no, too late. These people have all been
That's the
infected.
Lich King before he
They may
turned
look fine now,
corrupt.
but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead. What?
That's a cool cloak, by the way. That kind of bizarre that you don't get to wear anything like this in the game. From what I'm kind of remembering, you know.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
You are not my king yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason! You lost your mind, Arthas.
Have I? Lord Uther, by my right of succession and the sovereignty of my crown, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your paladins from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done. Those of you who have the will to save this land, follow me. The rest of you, get out of my sight.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
Take position here, and I will lead a small force inside Stratholme to begin the culling. We must contain and purge the infected for the sake of all of Lordaeron.
Okay, let's get going.
I supply only the finest goods. See you later.
Everyone looks ready. Remember, these people are all infected with the plague and will die soon. We must purge Stratholme to protect the remainder of Lordaeron from the scourge. Let's go. I can only help you with a clean death. That was just the beginning.
Yes, this is the beginning. I've been waiting for you, young prince. I am now
I don't have a target.
I will now turn this city, household by household, until the flame of life has been snuffed out.
I won't allow it, Mal'Ganis. Better that these people die by my hand than serve as your slaves in death. Mal'Ganis will send out some of his Scourge minions to interfere with us. Those of you with the strongest steel and magic shall go forth and destroy them. The rest of my forces in purging Stratholme will be infected.
It's too far away. Out of range. Ha! I don't have a target. Closer. I'm out of range.
Yeah, this dungeon is a bit longer than usual dungeons, but it's okay. Yeah, here pretty much you have to look at the upper corner of your screen unless you have some weird add-ons that twist everything the fuck up. And if you don't have any add-ons, then you will see on top of your screen like Scourge Wave. 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, and so on, 5 out of 10. And when you will clear out the final wave, then you will move on to the final bosses and all that stuff. And in this one you have 4 bosses, so it's actually quite short. The only thing that takes time pretty much is the beginning of the dungeon, with all this introduction bullshit talk, and then these waves. Besides that, it's actually quite fast. And it's actually quite cool to play as a Blood DK, man. It's fun to tank. You kinda don't have to, you know, hold yourself back, as your aim is actually to keep all the aggro on you. Of course you have to be careful and tactical in some things, but pretty much the more DPS you do and the more control you force upon these mobs, the better it is for everyone in your team. Wait. Celebration, dedication, probation. Whoa. Bit of a selfie. Smile, motherfucker. I think that's the mini boss, you know, of the wave. 5th wave, you get this slob, you know, made hook. Just hook. Rats. The boss, yeah, that's actually a boss, you know. Let's check, what does he drop? The pants, they look okay. Shoes I have, the back, nothing new. Legs, same design, just different color. Sword. Oh, I actually have the sword. I know that there's some type of these shoulders, but they look kinda quite good. That they drop from a different dungeon. I will show you later after we complete this run. I want to get them. I can get them on my paladin, so there's no need to actually farm anything on my DK. If anything I get on my paladin will be kind of transferred to my DK as well. Which is actually quite cool. Because I have pretty much almost the full set besides the chest and the head from the Throne of Thunder, the DK. As well as from the Blackrock Foundry, which is actually fucking epic, man. For the set from the Throne of Foundry I need level 80, and from Blackrock I need level 90. So yeah. There are a couple of good PvP sets as well, which I will get once I will start farming PvP on level 110. Another selfie. Smile, motherfucker. Yeah. Okay, we got pretty much one wave left. Priests have that cool ability that can actually like pull your a team member to you, you know, so it's the distance between us like 20 yards and I'm stuck, you know, the priest can just kind of steal me from anything and just pull me to him, which is actually quite helpful in many different ways, especially in arena and battlegrounds, I would imagine. Celebration, celebration.
You are too late, champion of Lordaeron. The dead shall have their day.
Champions, meet me at the town hall at once. This city will be cleansed. Follow me. Allow this I know the way through. Yes, I'm glad I could get you through the plague.
So that is the coolest part of a dungeon when you get into the house.
I don't have a target. I can't attack that target.
1, 2, 3, go. And here you actually should stick close to Arthas, you know, because he will lead you through. Because there are like different mini phases inside of this house. You don't want to go too far ahead, because it's going to be just a pointless thing. Just let him lead you and just follow him and clear out everyone on your way. And yeah, enough said.
Let's move on. Watch your backs. They have us surrounded in this hall.
Go. Wait, how many bosses do we have left? Two. Okay.
Mal'Ganis is not making this easy.
Right, from here we're gonna run all the way outside and get to this place.
They're very persistent.
Go. Celebration. We gonna celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Right. Good job.
What else can he put in my way?
Prince Arthas Middle, on this day, a powerful darkness has taken hold of your souls. The death you are destined to visit upon others will this day.
I do what I must for Lordaeron, and neither your words nor your actions will stop me.
We'll see about that, young prince.
Nice. Once again, I have a new transmog. From what I remember, this is the door that moves away. Well, building, imagine living in something like this, you know?
The
Beautiful.
quickest path to Mal'Ganis lies behind that bookshelf ahead. This will only take a moment.
Outstanding!
I'm relieved this secret passage still works.
It's how we celebrate. God bless. Amen. Ooh.
It's too far away.
I think we forgot to talk with the Arthurs now. He's standing behind like an idiot. Oh god. This is definitely the last dungeon run for me for today. Tomorrow we're gonna continue with the quests.
If the undead don't kill us, I might as well.
What a waste of time. That's my mistake. I should have been more careful as a tank. Jeez. Not good. By the way, I survived quite a nice DPS against me as a tank. So well played, yeah. Holy shit, that's extreme, man. Gonna celebrate and have a good time. Yeah.
Rest a moment and clear your lungs. We must move again soon. That's enough. We must move again. Mal'Ganis awaits. Some good luck. Market Row has not caught fire yet.
Damn, this took a while.
Mal'Ganis is supposed to be in Crusader's
Jeez.
Tell me when you're ready to move forward.
Oh, let's go. Shut up, Arthas.
Justice will be done. We're going to finish this right now, Mal'Ganis. Just you.
This will be a fine test.
I need to get
Fucking hell. Can't believe we passed this thing, man. What a dungeon.
Gather your forces and
What a
meet
dungeon.
in the Arctic land of North. It is there that we shall settle.
We're level 78 right now. We're just climbing to level 79. We're gonna get tomorrow this thing less than in an hour, I reckon. At least not more than 1.5 hours, I would say.
You performed well this day. Anything that Mal'Ganis has left behind is yours. Take it as your reward. I must now begin plans for an expedition to Northrend.
Where do we turn in the quest?
Greetings.
Outstanding!
Haven't we done this before?
Excellent!
Excellent. Okay, gloves are cool. 176. Okay, level 78 and a half, 2 levels, I should say 1.5 level away from completing the, completing what? Nothing, just, you know, just pretty much, moving, well, first of all, getting the fast amount to level 310. And then maybe going to Pandaria. I will have to figure out this thing, either I should just stick around here for a bit longer, or... These are those freaking pandas, man. I think Blood is a bit slower than Frost. After all, it's a tank spec, but for example, if you are leveling, like I was leveling here, right, in this tide, like Steelgate zone, whatever it's called, with these dwarfs like mining there and doing like different things, you would take a little turn to the left, to the right, and you would aggro like 20 extra mobs on top of you, which is never a great thing unless you're a tank. Because I died a couple of times there as a Frost DK, because it was really actually tough to survive. the burst from them on me, but as a blood DK, I could have, should have, would have just pulled 20 of them and just wrecked them all at the same time. So yeah, for the future reference, now we'll know this thing that whenever I pass by the zone with some risky action that is going on, then I will just spec immediately without any hesitations to the blood spec, wreck them all, and spec back the frost, you know, because apparently frost has actually a very decent bursting DPS. When I was just a baby, Mama told me, son, always be the good boy, don't ever play with guns, but I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Hey bird, wanna come here for a second? Wreck ya. Come on, I'm a noob. What spell should I use? Number 4? 5? Anything? Can I even attack this bird? No. But I should be in the wolf form, I think. That's the fucking twist, man. Come on, doggy dog. What this quest wants from me, man. Eyes of the Eagle. Ilfang has asked you to collect the Eyes of the Eagle, return to him. Eyes of the Khabib, the Eagle. You know what, I had enough of this questing bullshit right now. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. Let's just teleport right now to the death gate. Through the death gate, I want to put the enchantments on my weapon. And wrap it up. Wrap it up, son. It's funny how the Death Knights are actually the first class in the game that ever had their own like personal class hall, which is actually quite cool and fun. Your weapon with a rune that causes 10 weapon extra weapon damage as frost damage and increases the enemy's fall. No, that's the wrong one. Your rune weapon with a rune that has a chance to heal you for... yeah, that's the tanking one. That's right, son. Let's spec to frost now. And it means that we have to put on the right weapons. Open this book, this thing. Well, we have Rune of Razor. Ice. Increased armor by 5 and all starts by 5%. Wait, what? Can't do that. Good. So as a frost, for example, if I want to wreck someone quickly, then I would just burst in, put all the DPS in, and then just wreck. And once again, boom, Boom. That's the DPS. Yeah, what? 280,000? Is that possible even? Nice DPS. I think it was 20k, not 200,000. Okay. Before we log out, I will teleport to Dalaran, and there I will stay. Until tomorrow we're gonna return. Guys, I want to thank you for your attention. Less than a week. Not over a week it's gonna be going. We're gonna get to 110 and do some fun with the guild members, some battlegrounds, arenas and all that stuff. At level 100 my mate might join me back and we might smash this thing until the end together. If he has the guts, because he still might be damaged from this precious sun. So tough to level. Let me get the normal decent transmog before we bounce away.
I have just the thing.
Oh, I have just a thing for you. But good. I'll change the weapons because these kinda suck, to be honest. Maces. Do we have any good maces? Do we? Don't. Not sure. Gonna do crave for the swords lately. Let's go with that one. And that one. Yes, son. Guys, I want to thank you for your attention. Thanks for sticking around. And as usual, if you have any questions, any suggestions, any thoughts, comments, anything to share, you can hit me up on any social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The comment sections are always open. And I wish you a great day, morning, night, depending on where you are. And with that being said, I wish you a great whatever it is. And thank you, and see you soon. Goodbye. Take care of yourself, and your friends, and your families, yeah. See ya.